Hey guys, Hamish from Standards here, and today we're going to look at the preview mode. This is something that seems pretty simple, but can have a sort of a big effect as you're editing your document, and something you want to keep an eye on. And so, what preview mode is basically you've got your document here in the middle, your project here in the middle, and you have to remember, of course, we're building a website, and that's going to be the final output of this page. And so, of course, a website can be viewed in any width viewport, and ideally, you want to kind of check as you're going how different viewports are going to look. And so there's one way to do that that we've built in. So without publishing the project, you can press preview up the top here, and you can toggle that with the H key really quickly. And it sort of just drops away the side UI here. You can also resize these if you want, but I like to keep them kind of as default. But if we drop away, you'll see that the site changes from what we had before. And that's because it's reformatting itself to the full width browser. And so if I was to then even reduce my browser, so if I bring it in, you can see it changing. And that's how it's going to look to people with a narrower browser. So it's really important to check that kind of as you're going. And so we can do that by pressing the H key. But it's important to do because you can see if I scroll down here, for instance, this text block here, if I preview that, it actually appears different to how it did in the edit mode. It's almost coming out to over to the end of the line here on the second line. When I preview that, it drops right back, and that's because the width when it goes to the full site width has more space for this text column here, which is taking up 3 columns. And in preview mode, those 3 columns become wider. And so you can control that a few ways. This document has a really wide max width setting. And it's because I wanted the document in this video to kind of stretch right out to its maximum width when you preview it as a site. And so you can see it doing that here. If this was set at a much smaller value, let's say 1200, that's going to fit in my browser here. So if I was to then preview that, nothing's going to change. And so this is sort of only really comes into play when you have a wide max width setting. And so you might want to have your guidelines go the full width for everyone who views it, or you might want to control that. And so just playing with preview and your max width settings is really important to do as you kind of work on your document and as you check your document. And just you want to make sure that what you're seeing and designing isn't going to change wildly when it's published. So you can do that with preview. You can also obviously publish that and get a really good look at how that's going to look online. But the preview mode does that for you.